Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most protective cases that you can get for your iPhone, and this one is almost perfect. There's just one issue that I have with this case. Today we are taking a look at the Phone Rebel Gen 7 for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now, huge shout out to Phone Rebel for sending this over to me to review for you guys. The price is $49.99. And all links are down in the description below for you guys to check out for yourself. So, taking a look, we have our classic Phone Rebel packaging here. It does have a picture of your case here. Now, this one is going to be with the open cutout. They also have right now available for pre-order. If you order this case, you can get the Gen 7 camera plateau layout with it, which is going to be your closed-in camera plateau with a little bit of Gen 7 branding on it. So if you do pre-order it right now, you're gonna get that included for free with your order. That is the front. On the back, we get our little bit of information about the case. So as you guys can see, all of the components, all the buttons, the camera plateau, and the little logo are interchangeable. We do have some options here, and let's see what all we get. So you're going to get 360-degree comfort, modular design, so that's going to be all the replaceable stuff, anti-shock, super strong magnets, super grip, easy swiping, aramid fiber, real aramid fiber, tactile buttons, and a camera control button. So I can't wait to show you guys this case. I've been using it and I have been loving this thing. So all we get in the box is just the case. Now, Phone Rebel did used to give us a screen protector included in the box. Unfortunately, we do not get that anymore, but a lot of people weren't using them because there was no installation kit. It was sometimes a little bit tough to install that. There was no installation alignment kit. So Phone Rebel, if you guys are listening, I'd love to see the screen protector come back, but only if we could get an installation kit with it. However, I do understand why taking it out made sense because not a lot of people, unfortunately, were using it. But anyways, let's take a look at the case and set the box off to the side. So starting off, we do have real aramid fiber here on the back. And one thing about it is this thing is going to be nice and textured. And it is all one seamless design here on the back. So you don't get any gaps, anything weird like that. And it feels really good. It's textured, so that really helps to add to the grip. We are, of course, getting a metal camera plateau here. On the inside, you get this very nice microfiber material with a little bit of design for your shock absorption. And around the sides, this is going to be a TPU case all over. And you are getting that TPU material going all the way around the inside of the case, as well as your TPE shock absorbing corners on all four corners right there. So that way you get maximum drop protection. Now, you do have your little screws right here that hold in your camera plateau, but this one I have not experienced any of it coming out yet. Same thing with the Gen 6. They had fixed that, so you shouldn't have any problems when it comes to that. Now, your buttons are going to be metal, but they do have that little bit of a film right there on the back of the button. That way you are able to make sure it does not scratch up your phone's buttons. And of course, there is a look at our camera control button right there. So let's go ahead and bring over our scale and our caliper here. We'll weigh this thing, see how much it weighs, how thick it is, and we'll go from there. So starting off in grams, we are looking at 55 grams on this case. And then bringing over our caliper, there's really tough to measure from front to back here, but I'll do my best. Front to back right there, it's gonna be 12.4 millimeters with your camera plateau 15.2. And then inside to outside, you're looking at 2.8 millimeters on this case. So one thing about it is that 55 grams, it's gonna be a little bit on the heavier side. But this case is so unbelievably comfortable to use. I can't even stress it to you. You guys, do you feel the weight of it? A little bit. I gotta be honest, you do. But you're already carrying a pretty heavy phone. However, getting this case is going to almost ensure that your phone will always be protected because of all of the built-in features of this case. You're getting a lot of different things, and of course we will talk about that, but especially with that drop protection and shock absorption. If you guys have seen Philippe Everything Apple Pro's drop test, you know how Phone Rebel cases perform. If you haven't, go check out his channel. But you guys know how these cases perform. So that drop test, that drop protection is real. So let's go ahead and bring over that Cosmic Orange 17 Pro Max. We'll put it in here. Listen out for that click. Solid. Did you guys hear that? That is an incredible click onto this case. So let's go ahead and take a look at how it fits. Barely any movement. I mean, you gotta really give it some elbow grease there. Your buttons are a little bit more loose. Same thing with your camera control. Nothing bad at all. Bottom is good, but here's where my one issue lies with this case. And that's just gonna be this top part here. Phone Rebel, I hope you guys see this video. Please somehow fix that top part. This case would be literally perfect if you could. Everything about it is really, really good, but I just wish that this top piece was not as flimsy as it is. Am I worried of stuff getting in there? Not really, but I would definitely like to see a better fit on the top part, especially because the rest of the case has such a good fit going all the way around. Definitely would love to see that part fixed right there. So let's take a look at those corners. Ooh, that's a little bit tough. Hold on. 1, good. 2, 3, and 4. All 4 corners are going to be super snug, extremely good fit. I am using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector, and it is not peeling anything up. Everything looks really good, so you'll have no issues there. Now, let's go ahead and give it a wipe down. Go to that camera and screen protection. So like I said, full coverage tempered glass screen protector, and you are getting those claws that Phone Rebel likes to call it that are going to give you nice screen protection, whereas the rest of it is going to be flush, so you can swipe from any single direction with 100% comfort. But still, when you do set that down, set it, put it on whatever surface you want, and these claws are going to protect it. Then moving along to the camera plateau, we get a nice camera plateau there, some good protection, so you can absolutely set this down on whatever surface you want, and you will be good to go there. Now, I really like still to this day that they removed the claws on the back, because I always thought that those would make it a little bit more uncomfortable to hold. They did for me, but that is what you're getting. And of course, if you set this down, because of the camera design, you're not getting any rocking on this case, which is really, really nice. So let's talk about some of the features here. Let's go around the sides. Starting off with the top, we are closed, but we have a little bit of a Rebel logo there. On the left-hand side, you're getting those raised up corners as per usual, and these grips going here along the sides. Let's talk about those in a second, but first we get a nice textured action button. This is stock how the case comes, so it is textured there. Your volume up and down buttons are smooth, but they're also going to be clicky. We'll look at that. But the grips now are also improved to where they're softer on your hands, but they still provide very, very good grip. So a lot of people were complaining that, you know, their old grips on the Gen 6 were a little too sharp, a little too vicious on your hands. These are much improved, they're refined, they're nice and comfortable to hold without being sharp at all, but still offering you really, really good grip. But let's listen to these buttons. Super nice clicky buttons. They do protrude out a bit so you can feel them all. Then moving along to the bottom, we have our microphone and speaker cutouts and a nice USB Type-C port. And one thing about this area is it's also been refined a little bit. So if you hold your phone like I do like this, super smooth, not a pinky destroyer, not even 1% of a pinky destroyer on this case. It feels very, very good in the hands and feels amazing to hold like this for as long as you want. So taking a look at that USB Type-C port, let's go ahead and bring over a cable here. We'll plug this in. There we go. We are charging. And a very nice wide open USB Type-C port, so all your thicker head cables will fit in there with no issues. And then moving along to the right hand side, the same grips going all the way up and down the sides, which I really like that it's on both sides of the camera control. Of course, those same raised up corners. And now they have a second generation of their camera control button, which is also replaceable. So let's actually, before we test that, take a look at the buttons that you can get with it. So here is your Rebel logo right there on the back. Of course, you get all of your buttons right there. So you're going to get your action button, your power, your volume up and down buttons. And then you can also replace it with your camera control button there. So here's a nice detailed look at that. And I'll show you guys right here what it looks like with all the orange buttons and hardware installed on this device. And we will take a look and test out that orange camera control button as well, just to make sure you guys can see exactly how that camera control is going to work and make sure that it works just as well as the one that's built into the phone. So let's go ahead and test that out. So we go ahead and click that. Here we go. And oh yeah, I mean, the previous one, in my opinion, was really good as it is, but super nice, responsive, absolutely no issues, no complaints right here. Now, this is still that stock one, like I said, but there's the picture that we just took. Everything is looking good to go. But B, what do you think about the phone Rebel Gen 7? You guys know my opinions on this case from last year and before. This was always a top 10 case. And this year, in my opinion, it's even better than before. It just has that one issue with the top of it being a little bit too loose. Do I think it's going to be a huge issue in real life usage? No. but just everything about it fits so well. I would just love to see that top of it refined to be a little bit more stiff like the rest of the sides of this case are, because otherwise this thing is really good. I don't even think we have to test the magnets out on it, because you guys know Phone Rebel magnets. Of course we will, don't worry, we will. But you're getting really good protection on here. As we know, you're getting a very nice real aramid fiber on the back with texture, good grips on the sides, nice clicky metal buttons, a bunch of replaceable hardware so you can really make this your own. And Phone Rebel always offers a bunch of different colors for that as well. You're getting a nice USB Type-C port, great feeling in the hand, not a pinky destroyer. All around, such an amazing case. You can 100% believe that this will be in the top 10 on my top 10 case video, because as soon as I got this, I put it on and I was like, oh yeah, this thing is great. It feels much thinner in the hand than it used to, which is even nicer. You can noticeably feel the difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and now the iPhone 17 Pro Max when it comes to this case. It feels amazing in the hand. I just really cannot say enough good things about this case. I just wish that the top was a little bit better. But let's go ahead and take a look at that MagSafe, shall we? So starting off with our Apple MagSafe wallet, attach that. There we go, animation, and it's like glue. It's not going anywhere. Like, you gotta really peel that off to get that thing off. Bringing over our Apple MagSafe battery pack, I almost called it Anchor. Apple MagSafe, go ahead and give that a shake. You can, oh, screenshots galore, everything you want. But no, one thing is this is not coming off unless you want it to. And then, of course, the Anchor 623, bring that up. And yeah, you got to give it a serious shake for that to come off. So all around, I think this is a fantastic case. And of course, I highly recommend it to you guys. Like I said, that link is in the description below. But let me know what you guys think about the Phone Rebel Gen 7 down in the comments below. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, because I absolutely love this thing. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. It goes a really long way for me and allows me to make these videos for you. We just hit 10K subs on the channel, guys, so I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate all of you. If you guys liked what I had to say or you enjoyed the review, definitely get subscribed, because we have a ton of other accessories as well as phone content coming for the 17 Pro Max and that iPhone Air. If you guys want to see another really good aramid fiber case that I've really been liking, I'll leave that video right here. But if you guys want to see what my top 5 cases that you can buy at Best Buy right now are, I'll leave that video right here.